Do you ever feel like you're stuck behind a mask, pretending to be someone you're not just to fit in? Welcome to our channel, The Book Digest. Today, we're diving into a truly transformative guide, How to Be Yourself by Ellen Hendriksen. If you've ever felt the grip of social anxiety, or simply wished you could show up authentically in any situation, this book is for you. Ellen Hendriksen, a clinical psychologist and researcher specializing in social anxiety, brings years of experience and a wealth of practical, evidence-based advice to help you shed self-doubt and embrace your true self. This isn't just about coping, it's about reclaiming your life and living on your own terms. Understanding the roots of social anxiety. Hendriksen begins by unearthing the origins of social anxiety, explaining that it often stems from a deep-seated fear of judgment and rejection. This isn't a modern affliction. It's a deeply ingrained part of human evolution. Imagine an apple tree with roots that have grown and persisted over millennia. Social anxiety is much like that. While it once served a crucial function in our ancestors' survival by fostering group cohesion, in today's world, these ancient instincts have become maladaptive, causing unnecessary distress. Your brain on social anxiety. It's not all in your head. It's in your brain's wiring and chemistry. Hendriksen explains how the brain's amygdala, responsible for detecting threats, becomes hyperactive in individuals with social anxiety. This triggers a fight-or-flight response, even when there's no real danger. The good news? The brain can change. Techniques like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, aim to rewire these responses, offering hope for those struggling. Quieting your inner critic. A major culprit behind social anxiety is our inner critic, that relentless voice constantly magnifying flaws and undermining self-worth. This internal dialogue creates a distorted self-image, keeping us trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. The book explores where this critic comes from and, more importantly, provides strategies like mindfulness and self-compassion to manage and quiet it, helping you build a more balanced and realistic view of yourself. Changing your thought patterns. Social anxiety often thrives on rigid, negative thought patterns. Think worst-case scenarios and exaggerated perceptions of how others see you. Hendriksen introduces cognitive restructuring, a powerful technique to identify and replace these negative thoughts with more balanced and realistic ones. By challenging distortions like catastrophizing and mind-reading, you can fundamentally change how you perceive and respond to social situations, leading to significantly reduced anxiety and increased confidence. Embracing your authentic self. One of the most liberating concepts in a book is the idea of embracing what you fear will be judged. Many of us try to hide or downplay parts of ourselves, creating a disconnect between who we are and who we present to the world. Hendriksen encourages self-acceptance, viewing quirks and vulnerabilities as integral parts of your identity. She offers a unique perspective on role-playing, not as a means to deceive, but as a tool to explore and develop suppressed aspects of your true self. By embracing, rather than hiding, you reduce the power these fears hold. For example, if you worry about your nervous laughter, instead of suppressing it, accept it. Even humorously acknowledging it can reduce anxiety and foster genuine connection. Action before confidence. A significant barrier for many is the belief that they need to feel confident before taking action. Hendriksen flips this on its head. Confidence is often a byproduct of taking action. You don't wait for confidence. You build it through experience. The book encourages starting small with manageable challenges and gradually increasing the difficulty. This concept of behavioral activation means doing the things that scare you, which eventually reduces fear and builds assurance. If you avoid social events due to anxiety, try attending a small, low-pressure gathering first. Each step, no matter how small, contributes to growing confidence. Turning attention inside out. A core issue in social anxiety is intense self-focus, hyper-awareness of your own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. This amplifies anxiety. Hendriksen suggests turning your attention inside out, shifting focus away from yourself and onto the external environment and the people around you. By directing attention outward, You reduce self-consciousness and become more present. This could involve actively listening in conversations or fully immersing yourself in an activity, breaking the cycle of self-consciousness and allowing for more natural engagement. How you feel isn't how you look. Social anxiety often creates a significant disconnect between internal feelings and external appearance. You might feel incredibly nervous, but others often don't perceive it that way. This book helps you recognize the gap between internal feelings and external appearance. Challenge the assumption that your anxiety is obvious. Understanding that your anxiety isn't as visible as you think can be incredibly liberating, reducing worry about how you're perceived. Think of that job interview where you felt incredibly anxious, only to be told later you came across as calm and competent. This realization is key. Letting go of perfectionism. The pressure to be perfect, to always sound smart, funny, or interesting, is a common pitfall. Hendriksen addresses perfectionism, explaining how it creates unrealistic expectations and prevents authenticity. True connection comes from being genuine and imperfect, not from striving for an unattainable ideal. By focusing on connection rather than performance, you can reduce anxiety and engage more fully. If you've ever felt you needed to be the life of the party, this section will help you understand that simply being yourself is more than enough. You don't have a social skills problem. One of the most surprising insights is that most individuals with social anxiety don't actually have a social skills problem. Instead, their anxiety interferes with their ability to use the skills they already possess. The book challenges this misconception, encouraging you to recognize your existing social competence and practice using your skills in a relaxed, confident manner. It's not about acquiring new skills, but about removing the anxious interference that prevents you from using what you already have. The myth of hope in a bottle. Hendriksen also tackles the reliance on substances like alcohol or medication for temporary relief. While they might offer a quick fix, they don't address the underlying causes and can lead to dependency. The book emphasizes that true confidence comes from within, not from a bottle. It encourages building inner resources, developing self-efficacy, and focusing on long-term, sustainable coping mechanisms like therapy and gradual exposure. The building blocks of beautiful friendships. Finally, for those who find building friendships daunting, Hendriksen redefines what truly makes a friendship strong. It's not about being the most charming or impressive. It's about trust, mutual respect, and shared values. The book encourages presence, active listening, and genuine interest in others. Friendships take time, and it's okay to be imperfect. By focusing on these fundamental aspects, you can build meaningful connections without the pressure of being someone you're not. In conclusion, How to Be Yourself by Ellen Hendriksen is a compassionate and practical guide that empowers you to break free from fear and insecurity. Through psychological insights, relatable anecdotes, and actionable strategies, Hendriksen encourages you to challenge negative thoughts, gradually step out of your comfort zone, and build genuine self-confidence. The ultimate message is clear. You don't need to change who you are to fit in or be accepted. Instead, you can thrive by simply being your authentic self. By following the advice in this book, you can learn to navigate social situations with ease, connect more deeply with others, and live a life that truly reflects who you are. Thank you for listening to this summary of How to Be Yourself. For more insightful book summaries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. What's one small step you're willing to take today to embrace your authentic self? Share your thoughts in the comments below.